Welcome. This is the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. You remember David Venable of QVC's In the Kitchen with David, right? Not too long ago, I reviewed his first cookbook, In the Kitchen with David. He cooked and happy danced his way into a full-on 5 out of 5 for such a knockout of a comfort food cookbook. He's back on my table for round 2, back around the table, with a foreword by the pioneer woman, Ree Drummond. By the way, I saw one of her cookbooks at the thrift store. I was tempted to buy it, but one, they had a picture of a butterfly inside, and I hate butterflies. And two, a couple of pages were completely torn apart, so I had to put that book back. Nevertheless, I paid $7.99 for this, and this was actually purchased on Christmas Eve. That's right, the thrift store was open on Christmas Eve, so this is my pre-Christmas present. This is published by Ballantine Books. Retail price is $30 US and $35 in Canada. This copy includes exclusive bonus material, which I assume would be the Comfort and Joy chapter. That's all that special holiday feasting that I assume possibly made David Venable a household name. Now, all that holiday feasting, as awesome as it was, tends to go a little bit heavy on our waistlines, especially heading into a new year. So with everybody focusing on healthy eating in the month of January, the focus of this video will be one of the 11 chapters in this cookbook, and that would be Fresh and Light. Let's have a look at a listing of the chapters right now. Not counting the foreword by the pioneer woman in the introduction. Mix and mingle, brunch and beyond, shake and stir. Those are cocktails and drinks, by the way. Quick and easy, low and slow. Smoke and fire, those are recipes for your grill, for your barbecue. Gather and share, light and bright, which will be the soul chapter I'm focusing on today, but I do have a really weird dessert, which I want to share with you. Fresh and flavorful, sweets and treats, and comfort and joy. Acknowledgements, index, not counting acknowledgements, not counting index. By the way, I would like to know who this pretty woman is. I mean, if she's not David Venable's wife, we have an epidemic on our hands. Well, maybe it's not really an epidemic. I mean, David Venable, I think, is a bachelor's bachelor. So, David, why are you excited about this book?
I'm really excited about book number 2 because we're continuing my lifelong love affair with comfort food. There were so many more stories to tell, but I wanted to take some classic dishes and give them a unique and interesting spin. You know, when I wrote this cookbook, I wanted each chapter to stand on its own. Together, it's a great encyclopedia of wonderful recipes, but broken up, it's 11 individual, wonderful, segmented chapters that'll really add so much to what you're cooking for your friends and family. My hope for everyone who cooks from this book is that they will find some unique and exciting recipes to add to their menu lineup so that they can get everyone that they love back around the table for really wonderful meals, but more importantly, lifelong memories.
The 11th chapter says, quote-unquote, wonderful as they might be, are worth your time. But as I said, we're going to focus on the light and bright chapter because many people designate January as healthy eating month. Comfort food fills my tummy and gives me a warm, nostalgic feeling. When I dream of comfort foods, the words diet, low-fat, and low-cal don't come to mind. There are, however, times when we all have to watch our waistlines. Been there, done that. But who wants to give up all those great flavors and tastes and eat rabbit food? Not me. So I went into my kitchen and created lighter versions of my favorite classic dishes. Now, you can have better than ever tuna casserole, skinny fried chicken, which I may have to pay special attention to, that's one of my favorite foods, and linguine carbonara, and feel good about eating them. Wait until you try the lighter baked macaroni and cheese. That is David's all-time favorite dish. You know I can't live without my mac and cheese. Discover how to cook just about any fish and vegetables in parchment paper for the most flavorful and easy preparation. And yes, you can have dessert. Angel food cake with berries, grilled fruit with Grand Marnier, whipped topping, and strawberry pineapple frozen yogurt. Ingredient prep and equipment tips are scattered throughout, so are shopping tips, and 3 different variations of macaroni and cheese. So you can pretty much kiss the stuff that comes in a box. Goodbye. And plenty of photography via Ben Fink, the master culinary photographer. For the fresh and light section, aka the light and bright section, fresh and light, light and bright, interchangeable terms, this is the healthy eating chapter. Chicken quinoa soup, a 7-layer taco salad. No picture of either of them. A TBLT salad, the TB, turkey bacon. Linguine carbonara, a Mandarin spring salad with grapefruit dressing, which is designated as a fan favorite. Plenty of fan favorites in here. This is most commonly created and or replicated on In the Kitchen with David on QVC. By the way, a good chunk of pages when I first found this were completely bent. Portions of them were completely bent. I had to fix them myself to make them look presentable. I don't like that condition. Skinny fried chicken. I do, however, love this photo. All that fried chicken in there with those lemon wedges scattered upon. And a salad in the foreground. Oh man, delicious. That too is rightfully designated as a fan favorite. One of the dishes at the top of my comfort food chain is shredded fried chicken. He is a Tar Heel alumni, by the way. Chapel Hill University, North Carolina. As good as crisp on the outside, moist on the inside fried chicken is, it's not exactly something to eat frequently. The good news is that I found a way to make flavorful fried chicken with less fat and far fewer calories in every piece. A crispy cornflake coating and just the right spices make this dish a satisfying home run. I think you mean touchdown. January is playoff season in the NFL. Now you can't have your fried chicken and eat it too. Oh, mother's gonna have to pay some special consideration for that. I want that in my mouth immediately, David. We have 2 other fan favorites, stuffed and grilled frank steak. And, better than ever, tuna casserole. Halibut in parchment paper. One of the most healthful, flavorful ways to prep fish. And one of the most terrifying ways, according to novice home cooks. But David shows you and explains to you how easy it really is. And you can find parchment paper at any good culinary store. Turkey meatloaf. Has anyone ever considered using whole, skinless turkey breast in favor of ground turkey thigh or breast meat?
Wait, that's not ground turkey.
That's right. Ground turkey from the store can be full of fat. We like to use whole, skinless turkey breast.
I saw them demonstrate this on the Bullet Express infomercial. Maybe you should try that. There could be more flavor. Or maybe whole, skinless turkey thighs if there is such a thing. Lighter baked macaroni and cheese. Now there are some macaroni and cheese pictures in here, but the fact that there's not a picture of the lighter baked one leads me to believe that he does not want to eat this plenty much. And that would be a crime. Parmesan pork cutlets with tomato basil salad and broccoli rabe. It's a lighter version of the German classic Wiener Schnitzel. And for dessert, we have angel fruit cake with berries. Angel fruit cake now becomes absolutely heavenly, with each slice getting a big spoonful of mixed berry sauce. Grilled fruit with Grand Marnier whipped topping. And finally, strawberry pineapple frozen yogurt. That concludes the light and bright section, but here is a totally over-the-top decadent dessert, which I just had to share with you. It is the Snickers Candy Bar Cheesecake. Snickers Candy Bar Cheesecake. I don't eat Snickers, so I consider this a little weird. And David's the borderline probing on the hyperbole here. Let me begin by giving you fair warning. This cheesecake is highly addictive and highly irresistible. Snickers, filled with nougat, caramel, peanuts, and enrobed in milk chocolate, is one of the world's most popular candy bars. What if I could put all that chewy, nutty, chocolatey candy bar goodness into, and on top, of a creamy cheesecake? I did. And you will not believe how incredible this dessert is. The cheesecake should be made 6 hours or more in advance, but it's definitely worth the wait. The filling consists of 5 ounces of soft caramel candies and 5 ounces of mini Snickers bars, frozen and cut into small chunks, and you'll need 6 ounces for the decoration. Snickers candy bar cheesecake. Would you devour that if you don't eat Snickers? Once again, he acknowledges the fans, the foodies, who tune in without fail every week to In the Kitchen with David. I might just start doing the same. Finally, to all the foodies who watch In the Kitchen with David each week. You are the reason I do what I do at QVC. Your excitement for our show is contagious and keeps me motivated and inspired every day. This is advanced praise for Back Around the Table from Michael Simon, Emma Agassi, Daphne Yars, Lydia Bastianich, Sonny Edison, and Buddy Velastro, New Jersey's very own cake boss. With these culinary eminences giving David such praise, I think this is worth a place in your coffee table or on your dining room table. By the way, 5 out of 6 chefs I have in my library and all have a video for on TSR. We have ammo videos. We recently did Daphne Yars' Relish, an adventure and food style everyday fun. We have a Lydia Bastianich DVD. We will review 2 for cookbooks in the future. We don't have Sonny Anderson. Of course, we do have Buddy Velastro, Cake Boss, 2 of his cookbooks. And as for Michael Simon, he and Daphne Yars, our co-hosts of ABC's 2, I will be reviewing 5 and 5 based upon his segment on the 2. That's his cookbook. That's his spin-off cookbook, so to speak. Still to come. And as I said, this is worth a place on your coffee table, on your dining room table, any table you have in the house. He's borderline probing on the hyperbole a little bit, so I can't give him all 5. And plus, the condition which I found it in before I had to fix it up was definitely not something to write home about. So all in all, I give it a 4.5 out of 5, but David, all things considered, you once again have aced the test. By the way, one of my teachers actually worked at QVC in Westchester, Pennsylvania back in the 90s, and actually gotten to know David personally. It pays to have those connections. We might just do a video with David Venable one day. Okay, maybe I'm kind of pushing it now. So I'll just settle for having dinner with him in his home. And with this cookbook, and the one that came before it, I'm anticipating that very soon. Thanks for joining me, and as always, I'll catch you around this table on the thrift side.